You know, we just asking to see improvement. Got a long time before the first ball game, but you know, we've had a good 8 days of practice. You know, this being the first scrimmage, putting those guys in a game-like setting, the coaches off the field. I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
Coach Sweeney said that it'll be it's a critical week from a personnel standpoint, alluding to maybe trying to narrow the focus on guys that you think you can begin to prepare for that first game.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think, you know, we'll have a better understanding of where we are after Monday. Well, again, put these guys in a scrimmage or a game-like setting. I think it'll be interesting to see how some of them. You know, we got a lot of true freshmen out there on the field right now that are getting quality reps, and the game's moving awful fast for them, but they're catching on. Again, 8 practices in. You know, I've been pleased with some of them, and the rest of them need to come on. But we are showing improvement. So we'll see. You know, again, it's hard to say right now, but we'll have a better understanding after Monday.
Is Deshaun hanging with the 2 older guys?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What gives you pause to be confident in how he's playing?
Well, just his performance out on the field right now at this point. I think it's still a 3-person race, and I think all 3 of them are working extremely hard. All 3 of them have had their days. All 3 of them have had, you know, not so good days, and so you know, they've all had their ups and downs. But you know, we'll have a better understanding after Monday, and maybe try to settle in, you know, with a guy for the rest of the week after Monday's performance. So we'll gauge it and judge it and see from there. But they're all 3 competing really hard. I'm really proud of all 3 of them.
Do you have 5 you could start on the offensive line right now, or you used to have some variables there?
Oh, there's a lot of variables. Lots of variables right now. So, you know, we kind of narrowed it down to 5 in there, but again, there's a lot of intangibles that are going along with it, and moving guys around and still trying to figure out. Again, we've got a long way to go to that first ball game, but again, we'll see after Monday.
When you're divvying up first game reps for the quarterbacks on Monday, can you share?
Yeah, they're all 3 going to pretty much get about equal reps.
Yeah.
They're all 3 going to get pretty much equal reps with the number 1s and the number 2s, and you know, so it's going to be a fair assessment all the way across. And then we come back in the following Monday. If one maybe got a little bit more with the number 1s, and we'll come back in the following week and reevaluate and give him a fair chance. So everybody's going to get a fair shake at this thing.
Looked like Eric McLean was hobbling off.
I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue.
Any other injuries? Or
if there is, I hadn't.
No.
I don't know. I don't have a clue on that.
So who are your 5 right now on the front line?
I really don't have a clue on that either.
Oh, you said you had 5 right
Well,
now?
I got 5 that we've been putting in there right
Okay.
now. I didn't say we had 5 that we're solid with, but we got 5 guys because we have to have 5 guys right now with them. So obviously, you know, we've had battling some ups and downs with some injuries, but you know, today I think we had you know, coming across the board there, we had Jay Guillermo at center, and I think we had and then we had at our guards. We had tackles. We had Isaiah was at 1, and we had Shaq at another, and Joe Gore would come in, and David Beasley, Kalon at guard. I mean, it could change every play.
I did a head count based on what Coach Sweeney said the other day. I counted 9, 10 guys maybe that might be in that mix for that rotation at least. Not.
Yeah, I mean we've got 9 or 10 guys there, and we hope that we have 9 or 10 that we can feel really confident in. But you know, again, we're trying to develop that continuity up front as well.
What's been the thing you've liked the most when looking at the offense through 8 practices?
Well, you know, I mean, I like the way our guys are competing. Again, we're young guys. We got. You look out there at one time, and your whole wide receiver core is solid. Is true freshmen should be in high school right now. Going against a veteran defense that we have, which is we got a good group we're going against, which is good to see, and these guys need that. So you know, so I've been pleased with the progress. We're not holding back on them. We're pushing them, and we're pushing the limit and pushing the envelope. And it's uncomfortable at times. It's uncomfortable as a coach. It's uncomfortable from the player standpoint. But we got to continue to push those guys, and this is what spring ball's for.
When you're talking about cross-training these young freshman receivers, How do you know when too much is too much?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it in their eyes. I mean, you know, when you overload them and they don't know, they mess up the little things and the small things. That's when you better back off a little bit and get them in one area and let them settle down.
What are you seeing out of Mike Williams this spring?
You know, Mike struggled early on in spring. About the first 5 practices, I was very disappointed in his performance. You know, I was expecting a lot more out of him being a veteran guy. But over the last 2 practices, 3 practices, he's had a better week than he's had the first 2 weeks. He's still far from where he needs to be, but he's been a little bit better with it.
Because he seems to be a guy you might rely on.
Well, you hope to. He's a veteran guy. You would hope that you can rely on him. That's the plans. But he's got to play and practice like a veteran guy too.
Is it more playing without the ball, blocking and stuff?
No, I think it's both. It's both. He's just playing. He's not very physical. He's very poor in his techniques and his route running. Again, you wouldn't expect that out of a veteran guy. So, but he's had a good week because we've called it to his attention. So these last 3 practices, he has gotten better. But still, we really want to see some good things out of him on Monday.
How about the running backs? How will those guys?
Yeah, you know, I've been pleased with the running backs. You know, the 3 that we've been having in there. You know, DJ Howard really started off spring strong, and then you had you know, with Zach Brooks. You know, Zach is back and doing some good things. You've got Wayne Gallman and DJ, and of course CJ also is a guy that's coming back off of a sprained wrist or broke wrist, whatever it was. I don't know what he had, but he's back, and so he's doing some things. And we hope to utilize him as well.
Will their first team reps be divvied up kind of like you're doing with the quarterbacks?
Yeah.
down there?
Oh
Is
yeah.
that-
Is the goal kind of like at quarterback to have a number 1 guy, or will you rotate those guys a little bit even in the next few months?
Well, you know, you would love to come out of spring saying that you have a number 1 guy. I don't think we're at that stage at this point. You know, I think there's 3 guys that are really heavily competing and got a good battle going right now, and you hope over the next you know, 4 or 5 practices that one will emerge, but who knows? I don't know. It's hard to say.